entrepreneur family. I hope you're all doing well. It is me, your lovely host, Ya, and I'm coming to you at a very exciting time. There's a lot going on for Spoken Black Girl right now, and I want you all to be in the loop. The first thing I want to say is I'm so thankful to everyone who has been showing so much love and support, especially around the former issue, Motherhood, and the announcement of the new issue, Beauty, issue 6 Beauty. So that's a big thing going down right now. We are now open for submissions, and you can send your stories, poetry, art, photography, anything that you feel called to submit under the theme of beauty. And since we are a mental health focused publication, our emphasis is definitely going to be on works that talk about healing, inner work, growth, and all of that good stuff. So I hope you will submit. There are a few topics that I want to talk about, and one is changing my name. So a lot of you might see that I'm being referred to as Ya, and that I refer to myself as Ya, and that is actually a gift that I gave myself for my 33rd birthday, and that was renaming myself and reclaiming my name. It's hard to know where I really began. I was named after my father. My father's name is Rowan, and so I'm named Roanna, right? But I always felt like that was someone else's name, like that name belonged to someone else. And just going through life, I think as everyone does, you have to find your own identity in your own way. And I just felt like so many of the expectations of being Roanna, specifically, growing up in a household where a lot of my parents' ideals were being projected upon me on who I would be or what interests I would have, which sounds bad, but I had a very loving childhood at the same time. But I had to find me, right? Everyone's got to find themselves at the end of the day. No tea, no shade to anybody. And Ya has just always been a name that I really admired. And then I learned about my Ghanaian ancestor, Ya Asantewaa, who was an Ashanti queen, okay? And the protector of the golden stool in Ghana, in the Ashanti Empire, defender of the Ashanti Empire against the British for many years. She was a farmer, a mother, a military mastermind, a general. Ya was a baddie. Ya is a baddie and a mother warrior, and I identify with that so much. And it was just beautiful to learn of this ancestor and feel connected in that way. And also, more connected to my Ghanaian roots. A lot of you may know that my family is from Guyana. Okay, but where were we from before Guyana? Okay, because we all know about colonization, all right? But yeah, so, and we have like, history going back in Ghana, and that's one of the places I would love to visit in my lifetime. Um, so just reconnecting with my ancestry, feeling the power of that divine feminine ancestry flowing down through me. When I tell you, there is nothing like listening to the wisdom, reading about the lives of your ancestors, because it gets you so empowered just knowing that you didn't come out of nowhere, okay? And you're not here by accident. And I think, especially as writers, sometimes we can feel like just a fish out of water because you're like, where did this come from? Am I really a writer? Do I just like to write things? Like, what does being really a writer even mean? And when you read about the lives of these women, you realize women have been writing, black women have been writing for so long, and you are part of a beautiful legacy, right? So that is really where I gain a lot of my strength and inspiration from. So that is why I have adopted this name, Yah, for those who are wondering about that. And also, just to clear the air, I am still perfectly fine with being called Rowana. That is the name my mama gave me, okay? That is my government name, so it in no way offends me to be called Rowana. To me, one way I've been thinking about it is like Rowana is a chapter in a very long and beautiful book, or maybe a section, but it's all me, it's all who I am, and I'm allowed to have as many layers as I need to have in order to feel whole. So I'm going to embrace all of those layers and, unapologetically celebrate my being here on this earth, okay? So those who, choose to address me in this way, it feels great. I love it when people call me Yah. It feels more real than Rowana at this point, to be honest, which sounds so strange, but it's true. But yeah, my name is Yah. Yah is me. I love myself and the woman that I'm growing into. So yeah, that's one topic I wanted to talk about.